I'm Nikki Buckley and welcome to another fantastic year of Talk to the Animals. Are we going to see some star performers? You bet. We have a huge lineup of 2- and 4-legged, feathered and furry friends, ready to put on quite a show. You ready, guys? This week, Dr. Chris with some cool tips to help our pets beat the heat.
This is the new thing in keeping your dog cool in summer.
The new breed of horse that makes riding a breeze.
All your bits aren't moving around and it's very easy to ride.
We meet a pet detective hot on the trail of little runaways and a flurry of feathers as Des catches up with a pigeon fancier.
Have a look at this. Oh, he's grabbed it.
Now look, I know what you're thinking. It looks just a little bit silly. We're here in the heat of summer and I'm getting around in this thick, heavy coat. But spare a thought for our pets in the warm weather because they're stuck in their winter woolies and it's up to us to help them keep their cool.
All pets need special attention when the temperature starts to climb, and some breeds need extra TLC.
Staffordshire Bull Terriers definitely suffer in the heat. You've got to be really careful with them.
Rocky Huxley is a Melbourne dog trainer. His Staffy Smudge looks like a tough little ball of muscle, but he really struggles when it's hot.
On a really stinking hot day, I wouldn't take him anywhere unless there was either water available or, like this is perfect situation. I take him to the beach on a hot day, he'll just go straight in the water.
Even at the beach, breeds with short snouts like Tiger can quickly become distressed. So, how can you help your dog beat the heat? Firstly, we all need to keep hydrated in warmer weather. So put out extra bowls of water for your pets. And when it's really scorching, remember water and food bowls heat up quickly. So add some ice cubes. We might enjoy working up a sweat when we're exercising, but it's not too comfortable for our little 4-legged mates. If you're taking them for a walk or run, do it early morning or late afternoon when it's cooler. And keep topping up their water. Some handy devices are now on the market for pets.
And I reckon this is the ultimate in BYO for your DOG. Just angle it back like that, and there we go.
Dogs that really wilt in the heat might benefit from a cooling vest.
This is the new thing in keeping your dog cool in summer. So essentially how it works is the water absorbs into this layer and evaporates on this layer, which draws their heat away, and through the power of evaporation cools them down. So we'll see if Tara here enjoys it. Tara's colour apparently. So not only does it look pretty good, I reckon Tara will probably feel pretty good in these hot summer days. Oh, and don't forget, if you've got a dog with a pink nose, a bit like mine, you're gonna need some sunscreen. But can you use human sunscreen? Well, no, because they will lick it off. And whilst we do love our cars, there's just so much potential for one of those awful summer horror stories. So come on, mate. You come on.
Even with the windows down, a closed-up car can become an oven in just minutes.
So you're better off finding some shade. Come on.
If you own a long-haired dog, don't forget to book them in for their summer haircut. Lenny will be feeling a whole lot more comfortable without that woolly coat. Summer storms can also cause stress for our pets and their owners. A lot of dogs take fright and do a runner.
Okay, so you've had your dog microchipped. There it is, which is great if they ever run away. But it's important to realise that a microchip is only as good as the information that's attached to it.
If you've moved house or there's a change of pet ownership, contact the National Pet Register to update your microchip details. So there you go, lots of tips to keep your pets cool this summer.
When we come back, riding in style on a super smooth horse.
These horses are just smooth and it's called the Glide Ride.
First up on Woolworths Pet of the Week is Valentino, a puss with his paw to the pedal. Vroom. Slipping and sliding in next is Millie the Terrier Cross. We're not surprised this playful pooch thinks the park is paradise. And finally, we were delighted to hear that after winning Pet of the Week last year, Oliver the Pomeranian donated his winnings to the Lort Smith Animal Hospital. What a charitable chap. Well, it's always a tough decision, but first prize goes to that terrific terrier Millie. We hope all that playing has made you hungry, because you'll be chowing down on a year's worth of Purina One very soon. And if you think your pet pal's a talented type, why not send in their photos or, better yet, a home video? Check out our website for more details. You know, we travel far and wide to find new and unusual stories for Talk to the Animals. And today we're in for a real treat because we're about to meet the Tennessee walking horse. We're not in the USA though, we're in Emerald outside Melbourne. It's lush and green, ideal horse country. And have a look at these big guys, they just love it. So what's so special about the walking horse? To the untrained eye, it looks much like any other horse. But when you compare it with a normal horse, the difference is striking. Have a look at Vicky on the right, barely moving in the saddle. For Marley on the left, it's really bouncy. So how did a Tennessee import end up down under? It all started with Wal Pisciotta's bad back and a trip home to see his old Sunday school teacher.
And he asked me, do I still ride? And I said, no, Bill, I can't do it anymore. My back can't handle it. He said, you ever ride a walking horse? I said, what? He said, a Tennessee walking horse. And I said, no, Bill, really, I can't ride anymore. He said, come on with me. So I got on the horse and we rode for an hour. And we got back to the house and I said to Vic, I can't believe this. You know, these horses are so comfortable.
Wal was immediately hooked, and so was his wife Vicky. Today, they are the only breeders in Australia.
These horses are just smooth, so you just sit there and you just glide along, and it's called the glide ride. And all your bits aren't moving around, and it's very easy to ride. And
a lot more comfortable for
us girls. A lot more
girls.
comfortable for the girls, definitely.
Because I'm not a horsey person, but what I've seen today has been amazing. It's just how gentle they are.
That's right. They're quite remarkable. I mean, they can do anything that...
Flighty, but
yes,
gentle.
well, it's all the flies.
Trainer Ron Garbett shows me an amazing display of just how gentle. So what's happening now?
So what we're going to do is we're going to walk this guy, the stallion, up to the mares.
Yep.
We call this teasing. And we're going to just find out if this mare's in season and whether she's ready to be covered by this stallion. He's whispering sweet nothings in her ear or in her nostril.
It's quite romantic, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Should we really be here? Interrupting this?
Probably not.
Oh, that's gorgeous. We could never get this close with any other breed. This is extraordinary. It's easy to see why the breed is also a big favourite with vets. Even with a sore leg, Dylan is a model patient.
Yeah, OK, we've got a sore spot there. With the hoof testers. That's what this thing is called. And
that's obviously sore,
see,
Dennis.
He's flinching there.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
And do you find they're quite a gentle temperament by nature?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. They're lovely horses to work on.
You're a good boy, aren't you, Dylan? Hey? Hey? You're a very good patient. Yes, you are. In the US, the Tennessee walking horse is the third most popular breed. Its history there goes back hundreds of years. In fact, once upon a time, this breed of horse was ideal for wealthy plantation owners and ladies who like to go visiting. The cost of these elegant equines ranges from $5,000 to around $15,000. You loving that girl, huh? Hey, I have to say, apart from when the flies were bugging her a little bit, that was a very comfortable ride. And the tush doesn't feel too bad either. Hey? Good girl. When we come back, Dr. Chris's barbecue warning.
There are some golden rules about the human foods your dog should never eat.
And tracking down missing pets.
Yeah, buzz.
Now you've just got to love the summer. You've got the beach, the cricket, and of course the good old Aussie barbie.
Dogs love barbies too. All those tantalising smells.
Now it might seem like the easiest thing to fling a little buddy a tidbit or two, but there are some golden rules about the human foods your dog should never eat.
For dogs, sausages are a definite no-no. Some of the additives are not suitable for animals and they're just too high in fat for pets. Also, keep fried onions off limits. They cause serious anemia in dogs, which can lead to all types of trouble. And never ever give your dog cooked bones. They can splinter, causing injury to the mouth and throat, and potentially fatal damage to the stomach and intestines. Keep finished plates and scraps way out of reach. Remember, resist those puppy dog eyes and feed them what they're meant to eat, not what they want to eat.
One final thing, when you are cleaning up after that barbie, make sure your little mate doesn't give you a hand, because this drip tray with all its fats and juices could be a whole tray of trouble.
Here, Shelley. Here, buzz.
Beanie! Beanie! Where are you?
Losing a pet can be devastating. We lost our cat Sammy about a year ago. Luckily, after 3 heartbreaking days, he managed to find his own way home. But there's a much better way to find a missing pet. Isn't that beautiful?
Hello, Pet Search. This is Lee.
Surrounded by some of her brood, Lee Jeffries answers another call to Pet Search.
The most important thing is to try and stay positive, because you're doing all the right things.
During the last 15 years, Lee's reunited more than 22,700 animals with their owners. So what range of animals do you look for?
All kinds. We have pretty much searched for most animals that exist. We have searched for ducks, ferrets, birds, dogs, cats, rabbits, all different kinds, even a blue-tongued lizard.
Hello. I
Yes.
wonder if you can help me, please. I've lost my dog.
Okay, when did your dog go missing?
Yesterday afternoon, and she's not come home.
Pet Search is a private national service based in Sydney. Lee takes calls regarding any animal from anywhere.
Has she ever escaped before?
No, never. No. And she would have been hungry because she wouldn't have had any dinner last night. That's what I'm so worried about her.
Lee coordinates a central database linking up with vets, councils, animal shelters and lost dog homes all over the country.
Come on, Gemma.
Pet Search has an impressive 96% success rate for dogs and cats and 46% for birds.
Let's try and find this dog. Well, with owners, what we say to them is if they're prepared to keep searching, then so are we.
So you'll keep looking?
For as long as they would like us to.
Birds are the most difficult animal to find.
This is my Goldie, the one that escapes. She's actually escaped twice.
Twice?
Yes, and thanks to Pet Search, I've actually managed to get her back.
Sydney-sider Anne Cranmer loves her pet birds, but 2-year-old Goldie has her baffled. So what was your first thought when you came out and saw her cage was empty?
I just couldn't believe it. I kept looking and looking. I thought, well, I can't see it.
And how far did she get?
She went to Westmead and then she went right into the city.
Shopping and a coffee?
Yes, I think so.
The first time, Goldie was reunited with Anne the same day she called Pet Search. The second time, it took 11 days. Lee usually has about 50 cases on the go at any one time. The office operates 24 hours a day and costs start at $40 for birds and exotic animals and $50 for cats and dogs.
The best part is being part of the reuniting process. Being able to ring an owner and say, guess what, we have found your animal. And you almost end up in tears yourself because you know exactly how it will feel.
Do you think she's going to try it again?
I think so, look at her.
She's got itchy feet, I think.
I think so, yes.
After the break, pet pigeons. Lots and lots of pigeons. Did you know the snail has 2 pairs of tentacles on its head? Their eyes are on the longer pair and the shorter pair is used for smelling and feeling its way around. Although all land snails are hermaphrodites, they still need to find another snail for mating. The snail moves by creeping on a flat foot underneath the body that creates a kind of rippling movement that pushes the snail forward. And yep, they do move at a snail's pace, covering about 1 millimetre a second.
Ah, the humble pigeon, the arch enemy of statues everywhere, but for pigeon racers like Barry Trewin, a source of endless pride and joy.
A lot of people don't understand anything about pigeon racing, and each of the pigeon fanciers out there are very passionate about their sport. So it's good to actually get some information out to the general public.
First of all, a couple of interesting historical facts. Pigeons were domesticated around 10,000 years ago, about the same time as dogs. And racing pigeons is now big business, with one race in China offering more than $1 million prize money. Normally, Barry would have 500 or 600 birds in his lofts, but with the racing season just finished, he's now only got about 60.
It was safe to go in, they won't attack us like something out of a Hitchcock film? Or...
I don't think so, I think we'll be pretty right.
OK, they don't attack, but they do tend to invade your personal space. Or are we invading theirs?
It's a nice breeze though, all the flapping wings.
Yeah. Well, also because we've got the shade cloth along the front. I actually enjoy the fact that the pigeons are very loyal. Their whole aim is to actually get home, and it's a backyard sport basically. You don't have to be going out all the time. The whole family can actually be involved. The pigeons in Australia now are coming from European bloodlines. They're starting to dominate everything in Australia, and people pay big, big money.
Now, to the untrained observer, there's not much going on in the loft. But take a closer look and you'll see that's not quite the case.
Oh, so they've got a favourite spot?
Yep, and a lot of times you can walk into the loft, there might be 600 birds here, and they'll go to the same spot day in, day out. And they'll defend that, that's their spot in this whole loft.
If you want to go to someone else's perch, you better be ready to fight for it. But while some fight, others are searching for their one true love, because pigeons mate for life.
Right, now if the Australian cricket team ever needs another expert in the slips cordon, Barry's our man. Have a look at this. Off you go, Barry.
Yet another terrific couple of classic catches from Barry Trewin. Terrific stuff that. He really is superb, whether using one hand or two. He really could teach the Aussie cricketers a thing or two. Rounding up the pigeons, though, is much simpler than catching them. With the help of Barry's boys Sam and Brandon, you simply herd them into their cages.
OK, that's it boys for those ones.
Quiet in the back, you birds.
Today we're giving the birds a short training run to keep up their fitness.
Right, Barry, some famous people like their pigeon racing. Mike Tyson, apparently.
Certainly do.
Of course, Bill Lawry.
He certainly does, and we've just picked this one out, and I think we'll call this one Wendy for him.
Wendy? Where's Wendy? All right. This is my girl, Wendy.
Yes.
Let the others go. I'm going to give her a bit of a head start once they... Here we go. We off? Come on, just let
her go.
There goes Wendy.
And what we'll do is we'll try and get some of the others. Come on.
They're going the wrong way, Barry.
No, they've got the wind taking over a bit here, so they've got to navigate that first.
Where's Wendy?
The tricky part now is beating the little blighters home as they use the Earth's magnetic field to find their way back to the loft.
Good news, the birds have almost beaten us back And Barry's now using a decoy bird, is it, Barry?
Yes, a decoy just to try and bring the birds in.
Losing a few feathers, the poor old decoy bird, but
now we'll see if we can
honourable role.
Just get him to fly back into the loft.
And who's first home? My girl Wendy. Bill Laurie will be proud. Some of the others, however, are taking advantage of the opportunity to fraternise with the ladies on the roof of the loft. Good luck to them.
Okay, Cisco, I'm sorry to tell you that sometimes size does matter, and it doesn't get much bigger than our huge competition. Now it's time to play the Purina Word Challenge. Play along for your chance to win one of 20 wish cards valued at $100, plus a Total Care Pet Accessories gift pack valued at $50. Work out the missing letters in the secret word appearing on your screen now and SMS the correct answer to win instantly. SMS the secret word, your name and postcode to the number on your screen now for your chance to win. If you text the correct answer, your name and postcode to the number on the screen in the next hour, you could instantly win a $100 wish card as well as a Total Care Pet Accessories gift pack. 20 prize packs to be won instantly in the next hour. Don't miss out, SMS your answer now. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the show, then check out our website, talktotheanimals.com.au. Well, you guys might be little, but it has been a huge show and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, remember, take care of all the animals.